So this is a picture I drew of a character that I made called Gweln. His full name is Gweln the Misunderstood Monster. He's a monster that lives in the forest. And, yeah, hunters try to kill him all the time. And he doesn't appreciate it because he's actually a sweetheart. He's a very nice person, but hunters always shoot their guns at him. And that's what I depicted here in this drawing. He looks very mad. That's because hunters are shooting him with shotguns right now. And he's trying to defend himself by acting all big and scary. So, yeah, and the reason he's named Gweln, I just kind of came up with that name off the top of my head. But if you notice, he's actually the profile picture for this YouTube account. So, that's kind of cool. That's the origin story, but Gweln is one of my favorites, alongside the Wavebolt Monster and Hubert and Lenny. And I just really like Gweln. I like the story I made up for him. More about Gweln. Actually, let's go over to my sketchbook where I have more drawings about Gweln, so come along. Anyways, this is Tim the Waterman saying hello to Gweln. He's saying, "Hello, Gweln," and Gweln is waving back. So, Tim the Waterman so in this scene, I'm depicting Tim the Waterman being friendly with Gweln. Like they're friends in the forest. And, yeah. I'm really proud of this one. It's very simplistic, but I like making simple art that's charming and adorable. Let's just look for another drawing that has Gweln in it. I might take some time because I actually don't know how much drawings of Gweln I have in this book. But I know for sure that I have another one that I want to talk about. Here it is. So this is Gweln. I might have already shown this before in some other video, but I want to go more in detail about it. So this is Gweln, and if you notice about his design, he kind of looks kind of evil. But that's part of him being a misunderstood monster. Because Gweln isn't evil. He actually loves nature and all things pleasant in this big world. So there he is, sitting on a rock, pondering the meaning of life. And this is a scene I made. He's in the outside world. And there's birds on the trees. Yeah, birds on the trees and all that stuff. So you see all that? And then there's a river going past Gweln. And it has sticks in it and all that stuff. And look, I even made a frog. A derpy looking frog. But, yep, he's on the rock there. And Gweln is just pondering life. So this is actually his sanctuary in the story. So when he's not getting shot at by hunters, he's wandering around the forest, kind of like Bigfoot would. Or he's here at his sanctuary by the, what would we call the lake or the pond or whatever. And he likes to watch fish, and he likes to swim in it sometimes. But in this scene, he's just sitting down on a rock, pondering life. And he's friends with, like this girl that, comes to the forest every once in a while. And they have adventures around this place, and one story they built, I didn't draw the story, but I make these stories in my head. In one story, they built a hot air balloon out of the raw materials that they had in their garage. And yeah, it's a very cool story, and I really like it. So let me just see real fast if there's any other drawings with Gweln. Because I know that there's at least one more. I just gotta flip through all the pages. Let's see. I can't seem to find it. But it's somewhere in here. I know for sure it is. Alright. So here's another picture depicting Gweln and Tim, the Waterman. So yeah. They're both sitting down with a rock separating them. And, Tim the Waterman, he's just pondering life here. And Gweln is also pondering life. And if you go down, you can see Hubert here. He's alone on his birthday, and he's like saying, "Why? Why, God? Why must you do this to me, God?" So yeah, that's what he's saying. And you know, something about Hubert, he's kind of like Bigfoot in a way. Like, he's kind of like Bigfoot in the sense that, you know, he's like a big furry guy. But he's also half cat, too. So he's like kind of like half Bigfoot, half cat. So he's a very interesting character I have created there. I'm gonna show you some more Hubert drawings. So just bear with me as I find some Hubert drawings that I want to show. Well, actually, Hubert has a friend named Lenny in the stories. Lenny can't talk, so all of his thoughts are in thought bubbles. It's kind of like Garfield. So this is Lenny. Let's read. Oh, focus. This is Lenny. Let's read what he said. Hubert, oh Hubert, what a good friend you are. But who am I? Where am I and why am I? Everything is like a campfire in the rain. Everything is like a tooth chipped by a fork. Poetry. Where am I? And that's what Lenny looks like. The reason he can't talk is because his teeth are too big. So he can't even close his mouth to even pronounce stuff. So, you know, all of his thoughts are in thought bubbles. So he can't really express himself. So, yeah. Let me find a humor panel, because I make single panel comics with Hubert. Here's a good one. That's Hubert. He's painting. And he's saying, just can't find the artistic inspiration while he's trying to paint on a canvas. And, that's his painting. It kind of looks like Morse code or something. I don't even know. Interesting. But yeah, that's what he painted so far. I think that's like the beginning of like a landscape. But it looks kind of like Morse code, so if that is Morse code, if anyone watching this knows how to decode Morse code, I wonder what that says. But yeah, so that's Hubert. Let me see if I can find another single panel comic strip with Hubert. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll show this in the meantime. This is a crossover between my characters. So this is Mothman's little brother, and this is Wilson the Wizard, and this is Gweln the cat. He used to be my old profile picture. And there's Tim the Waterman and Lenny. So, more about Gweln the cat. Gweln the cat was one of the only videos I made that actually had comments on it. That's kind of cool. But, yeah, Gweln the cat. And there's Tim the Waterman again. I enjoy the water park, because that's one of the places he works at. He also fills water barrels on top of buildings. So, there's that. Let's see if I can find more Hubert drawings, or even more Gweln drawings. I like this one. Welcome to my room. And again, I might have shown all these in another video. I can't remember, but yeah. So there's this drawing. And I'm actually pretty proud of this one. Okay, let's see. I like this one. This is Hubert saying, not yet. So he's in bed, and he sees the sun coming up, and he's just like, not yet. I can't face the world yet. And this is a picture above his bed. It says, best friends, and that's the proof that Hubert and Lenny are connected, because they're pals to the end. This one says, I have nothing to look forward to in life. Ever get that feeling? There's nothing left for you? That's what Hubert's feeling in this drawing. So let's see if there's any other good drawings with Hubert or Gweln, or maybe just anything else I'd like to show. Let's see. I've already shown the comic. Made a whole video about that. Let me see. Let's go down memory lane. Isn't this familiar? Remember this? This curious little creature? And remember this comic strip? Yeah, I sure do remember making it too. Let's see. Any more Hubert stuff. Cool. This one's kind of simple, like all my drawings, but this one says, Happy Sadness Day from Hubert and Lenny. And there's Hubert. He's holding a root beer. I like root beer. And there's Lenny. He's shedding a tear. So yeah, I don't think I have any more Gweln drawings, but yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to show a couple more drawings real fast. But they're on my wall, so I have to walk across the room. So this is the Hubert drawing I made. I don't know if I've showed you this in my art corner video, but this is definitely one of the Hubert drawings. Love is the only thing that matters, says Hubert. What is the point? What do I stand for? Why bother? Says Hubert as well. And there's Lenny. He's just thinking about fish. Why was I put here? Says Hubert while he's crying. And T-Rexes are nice, thinks Lenny. And time and space are near the end, says Lenny. And I am glad we are friends, Lenny. Want a root beer? So yeah, Hubert has an adorable smile. He has only one tooth, and he loves root beer. And his other talents include playing the triangle as well. So yeah, there's this drawing. I hung it up on my wall. Well, this is the end of the video. Let me just end this video on where we started. Gweln, the misunderstood monster. Anyways, hope you have a good day. Bye.